I would usually say good morning, but I guess it's not morning. It's whatever time it is right now. Welcome to our podcast. This is the Rise and Grind after hours. I know we weren't supposed to say that, but it just felt right. So you know what I mean?
Yes, we are after hours. It's like far after our hours.
Yeah, we're usually busy talking from 7 to 10 in the morning on UCT Radio. So if you don't know who we are, if you're seeing us for the first time and you're a bit shocked, don't worry. I'm Adrian.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Clarence.
And we are
The Rise and Grind
breakfast team.
Woohoo!
It's just weird because we do a radio show every single Monday to Thursday. And this is the first time ever that I've had to stress about what I look like
Yeah.
while being with you guys to kind of present a show.
Now you know what it's like for me because every morning I wake up at 4 and you guys are always like, no, Nikki, how can you do that?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I still want to look good. Next thing, someone
For
like
who?
Casper. What happens
For
if Casper in your vest my husband walks into the
Where?
station and now I must be normal.
Look, just
I
for
must look like a
context,
normal human being.
For context, our show starts at 7.
Yes.
So for you to be waking up at 4 is a bit wild.
It's crazy.
Clarence
do you
only
mean?
wakes up at
I wake up at 6 o'clock. I'm not gonna...
sometimes 6:30 when the show starts at 7. I wake up at a responsible time. 5:30, I'm up.
I feel like my time is the most responsible. Thank you. I'm factoring in how long my days
Okay,
are.
when you do a whole install face beat and then you
I don't
decide,
always do a face beat.
but most of the time, more often than not,
I grew this
you
hair
are doing.
myself.
Oh, well done. Nikki. Well done. Look, I feel like this might be the first time that someone is hearing of us, seeing us in person. So it's usually nice to have some sort of introductions. You know, like when you have your first week of lectures or tuts,
The icebreakers.
and they make you do those like stupid icebreakers. I think the wildest one that I've ever heard someone say is, tell us your name and then tell us if you were a flavor of lip ice, what flavor would you be? So, my name's Adrian, and I feel like if I was a flavor of lip ice, I'd probably be mint. You know, cool, classic, clean.
Yes. My name's Nikki, and I'm an alcoholic.
Hi, Nikki.
Everyone makes that joke. Have you ever noticed there's always that one
Yeah.
person?
Oh, are we joking?
Yep. Oh.
You know what, hey, we're not. We're going to expose each other. No, I don't know. I feel like I'd be like a strawberry
Oh, yeah.
bubblegum type thing. That's me. Clarence is spearmint.
No.
I'm telling you now, you're spearmint.
No, I can tell you what. Hi guys, my name is Clarence, and I am a limited edition cocoa butter flavor.
Wow.
Because why
Cocoa
not?
butter.
Cocoa butter.
smooth like butter. But yeah,
We'd believe that if we didn't know you. I'm telling you
it's
now.
cocoa butter.
Clarence, who are you trying to be right now?
Exactly. He's trying to
I'm
reinvent
reinventing
himself.
myself.
Well, Clarence did go to the deep south. You went to America for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You went to Alabama.
Alabama,
You were in, where were you? Were you in Alabama? You were in...
Atlanta,
Okay, so you see, that's why he's coming back with this
with the cocoa butter.
cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter.
That's what I am. Why were you there, Clarence? What were you doing in Alabama?
So we were shooting this documentary. It's actually getting released in a few weeks. I got an email like, oh, release is gonna be soon. So I was part of the camera team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in Alabama, so I can only assume it was about our brothers.
It was not about race.
Our brothers in white.
Wait. Our brothers. Sweet home Alabama.
Oh, is that?
Okay, it's
you
a bit
take
early
any family
for...
members with you, Clarence, to Alabama?
No, I remember this one post I put. I was like, "Ain't nothing sweet about Alabama," and then I put that thing. People came for me. I thought I was being
Did you wake up with a cross burning on your...
Guys, it was actually so it was so nice. I don't understand.
Really?
Like I had the nicest time there. Beautiful walk.
Because you
like-
don't live there. They don't want you to
But they don't
live
know
there.
that. They don't know that.
Clarence.
To be fair, I feel like Americans really are interested in people who have very interesting accents. That they don't ever come up to you and be like,
Oh, yeah.
You're so exotic.
Where are you from?
Yep, the exotic line. Oh, where you from? I was like, oh, you from? I say South Africa. No, you from Africa?
Yeah. You're not from South. You're from Africa.
No, you're from Africa.
You're from Africa. You know, before I arrived in Africa, I mailed myself a box of water.
Box of water.
And I arrived in the airport and they said, ma'am, your box is empty. And I'm like, what are you talking about my box for?
I do think out of the three of us over here, the one who looks the most American would probably be Nikki.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Nikki, you look like a black person from America.
Yes, so that's because I'm mixed.
Yeah, no, exactly.
A black person from America.
Yeah, I don't know what I've
A mandala.
I've been there when we were younger. When I was really young,
Yeah.
my family went to America because my dad worked there for a bit, and my dad would get confused for several ethnicities. He was
Really?
called Mexican.
Oh, I thought you
They
were.
thought he was Middle Eastern. They thought he was
Hectic.
Black American.
And you know, when I do my brows, I look Latina.
Look
we're
the
gonna
same?
insert a picture. We're gonna insert a picture. You know that picture that you took with me at Fame Week? It's very Latina. It's giving. It's
giving,
giving
yeah.
Papi Chulo. No.
Yeah. So again, this is a common feature of the show because I have no idea how we got here. I don't know
Yeah.
how we got into talking about this.
But this is so fun.
But yeah, this is.
I mean,
Rise
there
and
was the
grind.
debate. I mean, we can talk about the debate if you want. to.
No, I don't want to.
Wait,
talk
what-
about
what-
But can we
The
just talk
debate.
about how America is a third world country with
no.
lipstick
Can I
on
just
it?
say, with the debate, the alternative name that I was going for, coconut trees. I
Okay.
think that would have aided.
He wanted. Okay, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this because we need to explain the name of our podcast.
Yes.
Because Clarence yesterday, I kid you not, up until yesterday, we did not have a name for this podcast.
Well, I was told, as you heard in my intro, I was told we were going to be called Rise and Grind After Hours.
That's
but-
the most logical one.
And that's
You
just been the thing in my head the whole time.
But then they're like, no, it needs to be something so that if anybody else wants to take over, when we decide, we are the oldest members at the station, and we
Sure.
are going to be moseying down to real life eventually. But we were gonna call it. Well, we were gonna call it Rise and Grind After Hours. But what happens if it changes, right? So then I'm walking and I'm like, guys, what is the name? And Clarence is like, coconut trees. And then I'm like, you think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Now, Clarence, why did you name it Coconut Trees?
Because
Why did you look at the three of us and then for some reason coconut came to mind?
okay, let me explain. I think it's the unifying thread that we all have here between 1, 2, 3.
I'm
In
not
our
a
own
coconut.
rights, we are coconut-esque, if you may.
I am black.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm black on the inside. I'm black.
You-
I'm black.
I am just saying we are all somewhat a sort of coconut-y. So
Look,
Coconut
I've been accused of coconutism in my life. I'm not beating the allegations anytime soon, unfortunately.
You know what? And it suits you, right?
Yeah.
I didn't even have a choice as to whether I was going to be coconutty or not. They were just like, your mom's white.
Yeah.
Therefore,
By
you're
default.
not black. You are not like they at least they acknowledge your guys' races. They're like, you're not black. Colored people tell me you're not colored. Black people tell me you're not black. I'm black, guys. I'm not gonna argue.
you are
about
black.
this.
We accept a mandala. Yes.
A mandel.
mandel.
Just gonna keep going like that. Like there's gonna be multiple times when we do that again.
So Nikki mentioned earlier that we are some of the oldest presenters. I think we are the three oldest presenters at UCT Radio at the moment.
Let's not say oldest.
Well, we happen to.
I love how we're talking about our age. We didn't even explain the name.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So coconuts, okay?
Yes.
This one talks about coconuts.
I
And
know,
then
mind you, I'm not a coconut. By the way. Yeah.
there was one day where we were locked outside of the station and we couldn't get in. And we decided to have a meeting about the future of our show.
Yes.
And in that time, we actually didn't have a meeting about our show. We ended up doing something being silly. And I pitched them an idea of starting a cult called CAN. Clarence, Adrian, and Nikki.
Yes, that's true.
Is that where
And
Can came
That's
from?
where
Yes,
CAN
that's where
came
CAN came
from.
from.
There was a whole
Oh.
breakdown on like the board.
But what did they teach you in first year religious studies? It's not a cult anymore.
It's a new religious movement.
Oh
There
my
we go.
goodness.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
It's a cult
But if
with a
we're
cult.
starting it. Anyway, so it was a wellness cult. And then I was like, let's call it CAN. Because, you know, CAN. And then
Clarence,
I
Adrian,
was like,
Nikki.
yeah, well, we could call it. Never mind. Just rearrange those letters in your brain.
I think
mean-
I think that one's taken.
Yeah, that one's taken.
And then I was like, UCT radio, UCT. And I'm like, you see me. And then it's like, you see me. And you guys haven't seen us before. Unless you've like
Okay.
been following our social media religiously because I'm always there. But, like,
Exactly. So that was the longest introduction ever to say welcome to you.
Oh yeah, I thought we were waiting.
This is the podcast. This is
the podcast.
This is the time for you to see us. And look, this is going to look very interesting over the next couple of episodes. We're going to be diving into some of the content, some of the things that we chat about on air. We're hopefully going to have some guests on, some interesting people to talk to. So I'm really excited for this
I'm
space.
so excited.
I want a guest right now.
Clarence comes up with the most problematic ideas. He'll come up with something that's so undoable. Yes, talk about how you want to get doula people on the podcast.
Yes, because well, I can't say this now because Stacey is in the thing. Because Stacey is in the thing.
Cut the cameras for real. For real.
Dead ass.
Dead ass. Cut the camera.
When?
But I don't want to get anyone in trouble,
Yes.
so that doula people can't.
Oh,
hear,
okay,
yeah.
okay. No. Look,
It's only for you.
I've always maintained that Dua Lipa is my wife.
Yes.
And I think Stacey would be okay with that.
Oh,
I love. Okay, so we're acknowledging Stacey. Okay, cool. Okay, great.
We all have wives and husbands. I mean, you have Casper Vest. I have Dua
Who do
Lipa.
I have?
I have multiple husbands. Thank you very much. If
Yes.
you're gonna name them all.
Yes,
Not even
she has
I
Casper,
can.
she has Burner, Butterboy, by the
You
way.
two have wives and husbands. I have.
Who do you-
no-
Clarence. I know you've had a crush on someone before.
I mean, the crush and the husband and her wife and what is not the same thing.
No, but so Clarence and I have a blanket baby. Also
yeah,
named
baby.
DeMarcus. I forgot him in my cupboard. But Clarence likes to disappear. He's a deadbeat.
I'm not.
He's
I
a
came back
deadbeat.
with the milk.
He's a
Okay,
deadbeat.
2
We
days
will
ago,
insert
I
these
came
pictures at
back
some point.
with the milk. Please,
Sure.
and we're
So-
actually gonna do a face reveal of DeMarcus
Yes.
finally.
Does DeMarcus have a face? He's a blanket baby.
So basically, going back to this point number 17.2 that we were on previously, we are the oldest in the station.
Yes.
Okay, I'm 25.
Yeah.
Nikki's 20.
Turning
I'm
what?
21.
21.
plus
Sweet
3.
16.
Clarence is 24.
21.
We're 21.
I love how I was so open with my age, and I thought that was going to be the trend. But now here you guys
Okay,
are.
fine. I'm turning 24 next month.
I'm almost in my mid 20s. I'll leave it at that.
Clarence is 2 months younger than me.
I'm gonna be in my upper mid 20s soon.
And we've been at UCT Radio now for quite a while. I mean, I started at UCT Radio in my first year, which was in 2018.
I'm not going to say when my first
I
year
started
was.
mine also my first year, the year after you.
Yeah,
I
so
was
the
in
year after.
2020.
Okay,
you're
so
doing- yeah,
1 year
2020.
after, so
2020.
2018, 19, 20, yeah.
Yeah, and I've been involved. I've been hosting the Rise and Grind now, technically for 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. There was a break during COVID, like 2020, 2021, where I was not
I
involved with UCT
joined
Radio.
you in 20.
We were together
21.
in 2020. No, we were together in end of
21.
2022.
I don't like talking about things that happened before me.
I mean, you were still there.
I'm
somewhere.
jealous.
Somewhere there.
Somewhere
I used to
you
do
were
the
there.
drive. Actually,
Oh.
I'm cheating. I actually cheated on you before.
With Jack's show.
Oh, it was before it was Jack's show. Jack doesn't even know when I was doing the drive.
Yeah, so we do the breakfast show, the other people of the drive show, and then we have a
Yeah.
whole lot of people who do a lot of other cool shows.
Yeah.
But I want to know from you, okay, question of the day. Just as
Mm-hmm.
we are trying to get to learn about each other more and trying to get to know each other, why did you decide to actually join UCT Radio in the first place? Clarence, why?
Oh, why you putting me on the spot? Okay, so first year me, I was like, okay, wait, no, let's go back to grade 4.
Oh,
It
wow.
all started in grade 4. Wow. There was this radio station, I think Ryan O'Connor. Yes,
Yes.
he signed
Yes, sir.
a thing of me. I didn't even care about radio. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care at all about radio. But then I kept that photo thing, and then
Oh, so you met Ryan O'Connor
Yeah.
in person and he signed.
and then he signed the thing, and I
Okay.
kept that thing. I don't know why I kept it for so long, but so end of uni, end of high school, that thing came back, and then people just started again because my voice had broken, and people were like, you have a deep voice, you should join radio. And then I found the picture just before I came to UCT, and then on UCT Plaza Day I saw radio. I was like, you know what? Let me join. Let me try this thing out, and then I've been in love with it since.
Yeah, Clarence does have the sexiest voice.
He has very sexy voice.
I mean, I
station.
do try,
Beautiful
you know,
voice.
smooth like butter.
Smooth like butter.
That's not really
criminal
good.
undercover.
So it was just something that you were like, yeah,
Yeah, let me just give it a try. And I didn't know what to expect out of it. I was just like,
What was
try
that
some-
beginning like? Because if you don't know, the UCT radio
Phew.
starting process is actually quite rigorous. At the beginning, there's always
Yeah.
so many people
And
who
this was
join.
before COVID, so it
Yeah,
was like
even
still
more.
on full force.
And it was so scary, actually. Like, they were so strict when we were on FM.
Yeah,
Yo.
I remember like usually at the beginning of the year, there's about 100 people who sign up, and you have a bunch of these workshops and training sessions that you go to, and then you eventually start shadowing presenters. Then you eventually get a graveyard hour.
Yeah.
Which I don't know when was your did you do graveyard?
Mine was between 2 a.m., like the middle slot, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and 4 a.m. And I
I never
had
did
8 a.m.
graveyard.
every day also.
Yeah, because you started in 2020, so it was a bit
Yeah.
different for
COVID,
you.
yeah.
you
No,
started
but
in COVID.
I've never, and I never finished training up until this year. But I'd never had, like, we were sending in 5-minute long
Oh,
voice
yes,
notes.
the
Yes.
podcasting
And then we were
format.
broadcasting from home. And then I pre-recorded my shows and then, like, just slot them in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very different process. But basically, after this whole long training thing, there's probably like a third of the people
Yeah.
Like,
who
You
remain.
see them dropping each week.
Because it is,
Okay.
it's a lot. I remember in my first year having to try and balance this, and I think I was a bit luckier because I had the
Yeah.
graveyard shift from 12 till 2 in the
That's
morning.
the best. Actually, yeah, that is the
That's,
best one.
yeah, it is the best graveyard slot that you can get
Mm.
because it means that, never mind.
What does it mean?
Speak your truth.
What does it mean?
It
that if
means that there's still people awake.
Oh,
So it
true.
means that people they see that you are a lot more developed than some of the other people.
Yeah.
Therefore, you can. And guys, everyone can grow.
Yeah,
everyone
that's
can
true.
grow.
But I mean, that's the point of graveyard is that you are able to learn, and
And
if you
make
mess
mistakes.
up, look, it's graveyard. There's not going to be that many people listening.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of
I mean,
it.
everybody starts a graveyard if you're not me.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
Okay.
Also, what was your process like? Why did you decide to join? in the first place?
Yo, this is like actually such a complicated answer because I've always wanted to be in like the media space and not necessarily someone producing for someone or I wanted to be that person like that everyone knows, that everyone hears, and I like having a voice. And it was actually daunting to be on radio because I've always relied on my amazingly good looks.
Yes, 100%.
But the similar situation to Clarence, where in primary school my voice was a lot deeper than some of the other girls. I've actually I talk at a higher pitch now because I actually was bullied into
Not
it.
Michael Jackson.
No, but I was bullied into it. So like a lot of I ended up, training myself to talk in a higher pitch voice. But anyway, a lot of people were like, you have a beautiful voice. You should actually speak more and da 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 da. So, and then I was like, I want to be a celebrity.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about that? as like a compliment. People telling you have a nice voice.
Yeah. I don't hear what people hear. And I'm not saying I hate my voice or anything. I'm like, it's a voice. Like, it's, what do
Yeah.
you mean? What's nice about it? Like, what are you finding nice about it? But I take it, I'm like, okay, that's nice. Recently I've started trying out these demos and trying to listen back to my voice. And sometimes I hear it, I'm like, okay, that sounds nice. So, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It is a weird compliment to receive.
I mean, I feel like it's more acceptable socially to compliment a man's voice.
It is actually.
Like when you compliment a woman's voice, it's like usually because she has a husky voice and like, and it is on the more masculine-esque
but I mean,
side.
a husky voice.
Yeah.
I have a voice in mind that I want to compliment
Who's-
publicly in the station.
Who?
Kamva's voice.
Oh,
I
yes.
love
She
hearing
has a
Kamva
beautiful
speak.
voice.
I don't know who Kamva is, but I'm
Because
sure when I
you-
hear her voice, it will be great.
But why did you join?
So it's actually interesting that you mentioned Ryan O'Connor because Ryan O'Connor, I think, one of the goats of radio, South African radio, that is. I used to listen to him and his breakfast show that he used to host on KFM back in the day every morning because we used to. So obviously we live in we've been in Pinelands most of our lives here in
Yeah.
the southern suburbs. But earlier in my life, I lived in Kelsrivier, out in the north.
By the north, past the Boerewors skirt.
Yeah, way past the Boerewors curtain.
I learned about that this year
Same,
from
that's
Adrian.
why. That's
It's
same.
real, guys.
It's a curtain of Boerewors. It's a real curtain. It's just Boerewors hanging from the sky.
I don't think
I don't know if that's exactly how it goes, but yeah, something like that, but metaphorically
Yeah.
in
Are
your
you
soul.
sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
like when you pass the Boerewors curtain, you just feel more.
Oh, you feel very
Ah,
Afrikaans, Turkish, and
So that's where I grew up. And there was a period where, for a year, we had moved to Pinelands, but I was still going to school in Kelso-Rivier. So we had to drive like an hour every morning, and it was actually it's the
Yeah.
worst. But we used to listen to the radio every morning, and I loved it. Like, I genuinely started looking forward to
the drive.
the drive because I could listen to Ryan O'Connor and the team, and they were great. So I've always loved radio, and since then I've always loved radio. And when I came to UCT, I was told you should get involved in society, and I was during orientation. There was a bunch of societies who were doing presentations. Then UCT Radio came up, and I was like, "Whoa, this looks fun!"
And
And I got involved,
joined.
and I genuinely didn't expect it to
Yeah.
consume my life as much as it ended up doing, and it's for the better, I would say.
I mean, like you guys mentioned, like radio icons and stuff, and I definitely like grew up engaging with quite a few of them. So like it's like Bobby Brown,
Bobby Brown, Bobby and Lindy. Shout out Bobby and Lindy.
and
I have no idea who Bobby
Solly
Brown is.
Philander
Oh, sorry, Philander. Like, I think South African radio is actually, if I just think about the
and
people,
Aiden
Thomas.
Aiden Thomas.
Yeah,
in fact, I think Cape Town especially,
has
all
icons.
of the top radio, I mean, all of the commercial stations are good.
Yeah,
I genuinely still today will jump through all of them just
Me
because
too.
all the presenters are good. I want to listen to everyone. They all have certain aspects that I love.
But like, okay, I just want to throw in a question now. So we all from Cape Town, so
Yeah.
I don't think we have like a.
I mean, but I spent a lot of time in Joburg growing up also.
But like, did you listen? like,
Yes,
it's
no,
like-
my grandparents, and like I was spending time with my grandparents, and we drove from Springs to like Sandton and stuff like that to go visit my cousins, or to Northwest.
Yeah.
We spent a lot of time in the car. My grandfather actually doesn't like watching TV; he listens to the radio. I listened to the radio in Joburg.
Well, to be fair, I'm not saying that Cape Town radio is bad. I'm just saying that the quality that we have here is, I think it like across all the commercial stations,
Yeah.
is pretty good.
It's a consistent quality, whereas in other places, no hate, but like you'll find it like
'Cause
the.
I only
the-
got introduced to the rest of South African radio in my uni years, and like not even just like early uni, like let's say last 2 years. Basically,
Yeah.
that's when I started like fully listening to other radio stations in the country, and yeah, they're good.
Can I flex?
Yes.
Oh no, I know where you're going with this.
I met
I
Anele
know.
Mtota, and I like.
I'm so jealous right now. Like,
I met her, and I was like, you know, she started at campus radio. Also.
Yeah, she was at Tux.
She, if you
Who
don't
we
know,
hate, by the way.
yes, sadly,
I was really trying to find my camera. We hate you, Tux.
Tux, if you're listening,
don't like
because you
And-
probably are.
Hayini, you're gonna get us. My mom went to Tux.
I was scratching my.
is what Tukops? What?
It is Tux FM. Yeah, Tux FM. No, so I'm jealous because they're good. That's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
Good.
They
They
in terms of
win.
campus radio stations,
They win.
the quality for a campus station is next level.
Okay, but can you not caca all over our station?
No.
please?
No.
we are the bigger person. We recognize that they're better. So
They are better.
by virtue of us saying
I'm not
this,
the bigger person. I
puts
might
us
be the bigger
better.
person in stature, but I'm not the bigger person when it comes.
we
to
have to
things.
be the bigger.
I'm
people.
just still salty because in 2020 I was nominated for a South African
Yes.
radio
And they took
award,
it.
And then Tux
and
took
they
it.
beat us.
I'm sorry, Adrian. Yeah.
Can I?
I'm not
was
salty.
naughty.
Anyway, but you met Anele.
Yes, and she was like so. So I told her like I do basically the show that you did before, and I was asking her for tips, and she was like, you know, the one thing is there's not a lot of Xhosa women on radio.
That's
Like
actually
you'll see a
true.
lot of Xhosa men, and the one thing that makes her funny, especially if she can't think of a joke in that time, is she'll directly translate from Xhosa to English.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say some of the stuff, but she advised that I learn Xhosa fluently. My father's Xhosa, and I never really got to, because my parents couldn't decide what language to teach me. So that was so, and she was also like so iconic though. Like she was the keynote speaker at the women's breakfast, Women
Yeah.
in Power breakfast, and she's so sweet. Like but also she's so strong. Like not even, you know, this whole notion that a black woman must be strong is complete nonsense. But she is someone who is like a force of nature. You get what I'm saying? She is just.
Yeah.
She walks in a room and her presence is
Feel
felt.
Oh, I
that,
can
yeah.
feel, can
Yeah,
feel
it's
that aura.
like that type, and I love people like that because they know who they are, they know what they want in life, and they know, where they're going.
Isn't it always so inspiring when you get to spend time with people that are in the industry that you want to be
Yeah.
in? Like, I know Clarence as well. Clarence, again, we always make fun of him because
Yeah.
he is always on some sort of
Some
side
sort of-
quest.
Yeah.
I just know when you went to America, it was not a planned thing. You just somehow were told everyone
2 weeks
I
before.
can't come.
Yeah.
I
This is
can't
like-
come. I can't come in today. I'm in America. What do you mean you're in America? I'll tell you when I get back.
Yeah. I mean, where was he last week? Sorry, guys, I can't come. I can't do the show for like a week.
I'm in Botswana.
Oh, right. I'm in Botswana.
No, the things happen like left, right, quick, ho, fast. I must like change and
So,
stuff.
so look, yeah, for people who don't know, radio isn't your only sort of
Yeah.
media thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so
have a-
I
you have
am
a
a
background
film
in-
guy.
yeah,
My, I don't know. Okay, I want to say this. I always used to say this. Me and my friend used to say like, theater is my first love, but I'm cheating on it with film. So I'm very much in that creative space. I try to be.
We all did drama.
Yeah, we did.
We all did
Yes,
drama.
we drama kids.
Are we
We
gonna-
went
are
to
we-
the same school.
Are we gonna call ourselves theater kids? Are we gonna do
No,
that?
No.
no. I did drama, but I wasn't a theater kid. I mean,
I was a theater kid until I wasn't, and then I was like, okay, cool. Not enough people can see me if it
Theater kid feels like a slur. You know what I mean? Like, it
Yeah,
feels
I
like,
feel-
oh, don't call me that.
Yeah,
It's
but-
just it's like a trendy way of saying you're a nerd.
I think like the American pop culture did that to the theater kid.
Because theater is so like upheld in South Africa. It's like we
I think
care
it's
about
way
our
better than
theatre.
the film industry, but anyway, that's just my
Yeah, because
opinion.
most of our icons come out of theater.
They do, yeah. But yeah, I dabble in film now and then, so I try to go for castings. I go for some shoots that I make it for a little bit. Yeah. Now and then.
Well, so not just that, Clarence is also a bit of a model.
You see, I don't want to claim that. I feel so
Well,
weird claiming
you
that.
had the title of briefcase model,
Yes.
Yes.
Still
for
have the title.
celebrity deal or no deal South Africa.
Yes.
Ah, what a nice experience that is, actually. I love going to set there. People are so nice.
I'm getting to sneeze.
Yes, please.
I'm
I thought she was trying to do a Clarence impression over here. I was like, wow, Nikki, that is very insensitive.
No, this is like the second time that I need to sneeze on air.
No, that's good. You must sneeze.
No,
They
but
must see
remember
it.
the last time I was
You're on
like,
camera now.
So funny. Usually, if Nikki needs to sneeze, she'll like go off to the side and I'll switch her mic off, and it's fine. But sometimes it just catches you.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of reading sports the other day, and I just had to, and I just couldn't. I couldn't even like switch my mic off. I was.
Just the person hearing that is
Adrian
like,
looks like he has a dad sneeze.
What?
I have a dad sneeze. It's just for some reason whenever I sneeze on air, it's like
I can block my sneezes.
Have I ever heard Clarence sneeze?
No, I can
No.
block it.
Don't do that because it'll make you fart.
and Nikki was saying earlier,
No. Because if we fart, these mics are gonna pick it up.
his
Mike's
mic's,
gonna pick
his
it
mic's
up.
gonna pick everything. up.
No, I just that's the loudest you're gonna hear. Probably like a. That's the. try.
Yeah. Just let it out. Just
I can't be up.
What did Shrek say? Better out than in.
My mom's
Okay.
like, Achoo! Achoo! That's how
And
my
I
mom
sneeze in like
sneezes.
3s or 4s, so I
I
have to
also-
block it. I have to.
If I say I'm gonna sneeze, then I don't sneeze. That's why I'm like, hey, can you sneeze?
I kind of like a good sneeze though.
I love sneezing.
Sometimes a sneeze can like hit,
I
it
love
does
sneezing.
slap.
can like hit a spot.
It slaps. I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
How did we
scratches.
get
It's like
to
a
sneeze?
scratch for you. I was about to sneeze.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, literally. So I find it interesting that like all of our careers or all of the things that we've kind of moving towards has been in the creative space.
Yeah.
I think obviously radio is the one thing that I've been involved with the most recently.
Yeah.
And it's the thing that I see myself kind of going into more. Nikki, you come from a very interesting family. Nikki, again, every day Nikki drops more lore about her family and the background and everything. And I'm just like, huh? How does that work?
How does
Just
it
take
happen?
it in. I've learned to just accept it as
Just
it comes.
accept.
Yeah.
Don't ask questions. Just accept it. It is what it is.
So coming from the family that you came from, Nikki,
Yeah.
did you feel any pressure to kind of be a creative, start your own thing, do all these things?
So I definitely feel that pressure. I mean, my brother has a successful pizza place. My mom is the events director of Cape Town. My dad was a photojournalist, one of like 3 photojournalists in Cape Town during the 80s. three black photojournalists, sorry. And now he's the judge of photographer of the year for Vodacom. And I definitely, and he owns a bar. But I definitely feel the pressure. Oh, and my uncle, it works in making the costumes for One Piece.
The Netflix uncle.
Yes.
Literally.
So I definitely feel a lot of pressure, but my parents have always been like, they've raised me to be like the president. That's not happening now. Like, go through my Instagram. It's the next thing there's going to be a debate. They're going to be like, is this your bums?
Are those your cheeks?
Are those your cheeks? Miss ma'am. But there's a lot of pressure. I'm an artist before anything in my life. My art comes first, and I mean physical paintings. But I have an inkling for entertainment and entertaining in multiple facets of the word. Not that way when a naughty.
Can I just say, in that breath, 2020 lockdown, I saw.
What? What did you see, Clarence?
What did you see, Clarence?
Yes, you were.
I am entertaining though.
Yes, quite entertaining.
I had a series called Quarantines with Nikki. And
yes.
if you go deep into my channel, you'll see it on my Instagram. And we would talk about, I would just talk about whatever was happening that day. And there was one time I was having a bit of a manic episode, and I decided to sit in front of a camera. Mom was like, listen, if you're going to be mentally ill, we're going to monetize it.
That's very Chris Jenner of your mom.
My mom is like worst. Listen, hey, the devil works hard. Chris Jenner works hard. Leonora works like.
It's like tappe van vergelijking. But it's the devil, so it's going lower and lower.
Om te beklemtoon.
Intensieve
forum
Yeah.
Of Chris Jenner. And I did fart on camera.
I was not talking about that one. But
Which one are you talking about?
Not Nikki exposing herself.
I don't
about?
expose you.
Well,
I was
Nikki's
talking
already exposed herself. Here, Clarence.
I was talking about certain reviews, certain trials.
The clothing ones.
Yes, the clothing ones.
Or was it the alcohol ones?
No.
Oh, wait. Oh, so you're saying that. Oh, yes. I remember now. Yes, during lockdown, Nikki's Instagram was lit. She used to make a lot of funny videos.
She used to make a lot
I
of
actually want to
videos.
get back to that, but radio is my first passion, and I'm busy finishing my academics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were an academic queen this year. You
Yes,
went
this
back to your
semester
books.
I wasn't
Hey.
doing anything last semester.
No, but I was. I saw. I've never seen Nikki highlight, make notes. She was quiet for a whole 2 hours, just writing, typing, and being a proper academic. I was like, okay, yeah, things have changed.
Things are changing. It's my last one, and I can't be here for another year. I cannot. So yeah, I love entertaining, and I love encouraging people to be themselves,
Yeah.
especially because I find myself as quite a weird person. I'm even the weird one in my weird family. So I like entertaining people, and I like entertaining them with that weird side in mind.
I think that's why I love radio, is because it kind of brings all these people together. It brings people from, even if you're not a creative necessarily, even if you're not in that space,
Yeah.
your personality is all that really matters. Who
Yeah.
you are, kind of is all that matters. And
Exactly.
that's what I found with radio. I mean, again, I've been at UCT Radio now for a couple of years, and the people that always come, they are just consistently the most interesting, strange, sometimes people you'll ever meet, but it just always works.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think, and if you listen to our show, this always is the beginning of our show. It's a little clip that they play. I think at the end of the day, radio is about being that friend for someone.
Yeah, it is.
What clip are you talking about?
With our
It's like taking someone along with you.
yes, when our show
Where-
starts. Oh wait, sorry, Clarence is never there for the beginning of our
Yes,
show
he's
because he's always
never.
late.
The only the only clip I know is the 10.
Yeah, so that one.
That's one where I'm like Nelson Mandela. Whenever he got out of the
That
show,
Madiba, that one.
If you haven't
And
listened to
then-
the show, when we start the show, we have like a little countdown, okay?
Yeah.
And then there's little excerpts from past shows that are in it. And it's just now, I've kind of like memorized the entire script or the entire sequence, and I just say it out loud every time randomly.
I just see that lady, whoever recorded
Whoever she
that.
is.
10,
9,
9.
3.
Like what was happening? What was happening in the studio
next
that
one
day?
that always plays is the Rise and Grind with Adrian, Clarence, and Nikki. They'll do all kinds of things to make you.
They'll do all kinds of things to
Not those
make you
things.
feel great. Like,
Oh,
what kind of things are we doing?
Please.
What did we sign up for?
Yeah, that's a bit more. It's a bit more than I signed up for.
I must say, I have a lot more sympathy for people who have to do those like
Oh, yeah,
recordings,
shame, yeah.
like because I've had to do a few this year, and they are so like you get so self-conscious about yourself
Yeah.
that you just kind of trip yourself up and you don't want to do it
See,
anymore.
that's why people are using AI.
100%, 100%.
But like, it's like, I don't know how you guys do it because I've literally just contributed to the finish that lyric one, and it's just like I hear myself, and and there's multiple people screaming finish that lyric.
Yeah.
But
I
you
hear
yourself.
myself.
Yeah, Clarence is the go-to voice person.
No,
Yeah,
shame.
you
are.
Thomas has given me a break now. He was like, "No, we've had enough of your voice now. Let's." At first, I was like, "Am I saying it right?" After a while, I'm just like, "Okay, how you want me to say it? 1, 2, 1, 2. Peace."
Yeah.
What do you mean? What to piss?
Like I get in 1, 2, record.
Yeah.
Out.
And then that
Whoever does the audio for our shows, please clip I get in 1, 2 out.
I'm gonna need that for future
I'm
use.
gonna need that. I'm gonna need that as a sound bite. Thank you very
The
much.
potential is immense.
It is
Yeah,
immense.
I just, it's settling in now.
Pause.
Yeah, pause, hard pause.
It happens so many times. It does happen. But this is the point. Again, this is the point of the podcast: is to just
One day
have
we're gonna
some
be
people,
famous.
have some people that can feel entertained by us and feel like we're
Yeah.
keeping them company. And one day we'll be famous.
One day we're gonna be famous, and then we're
I
gonna
don't know
all
about
come
you
together
guys. I'm
and
famous
just be-
already.
I'm famous. I don't know. Like I'm famous to famous people, but like
Yes, you
the
know.
point I'm trying to say is like one day when like the whole world knows our names, we must just like link up and like have.
Yo, is that the ambition for the whole world to know our names? Is that the plan, guys?
I hate to say this, and I say this today. They will, even if I don't want to.
Yeah,
they will know my
that's-
They will
name.
know my name.
That's
I've accepted it. It's
yeah. That's been like my whole life. Is like that people have just known who I am.
I don't know. I feel like that's another reason I've always loved radio, because I feel like radio fame for me personally is a good level of fame.
it's better.
People will know you if they know you, and
Yeah.
people might recognize you, but you're not gonna be approached every
Unless you're
time.
Carl Wasty.
Unless you're Carl
Because he
Wasty.
has such a distinct look.
Oh my word! You can't miss him,
But
even
he's-
though he's a bit of a shorter person.
He
you
is
can't
like
miss
a
him.
marketing genius with that hair. He's never gonna get rid of the hair, and that is like you will see the hair before you see Carl. Like it
I
will be a
saw him
crowd
with
of
like a
people, then you'll
robot.
just see the hair walking.
That
through.
must be so difficult to maintain, though. Like, does he do that every day? Because I swear, I've never seen the sides that are bald, like ever just like little pricklies. Like, does he shaves that thing every day? Probably.
He wakes up
Yeah.
at 4 a.m. also with you.
Yeah, he's
Well, I mean, he does
The
espresso.
yeah.
yeah.
What time does that even start? That starts at like 6. Eh?
Yeah.
So he must be up at 4 as well. He's shaving his head there. Then he does the gel, probably.
Yeah, that's too
It's-
much work for me.
It's not gel now. It's probably got to be glue.
It's got to be what?
There's a brand called Got to Be Glued. Don't you know?
Is that
am I so far
is that
down?
Gwyneth Paltrow's brand?
Am I so far down the wig rabbit hole
think-
that we
Yes.
It's a freezing spray, so you spray it if you want your hair to stay in a place.
It's like
And then
actually
it's
a
like
thing.
hairspray. It's a hairspray, and if you want your hair to stay in like say I want my hair to stay like this, it will stay.
No, I'm not familiar.
Go and look at it. It is like the best thing ever. Your hair won't move.
I mean, I don't think my hair can do that anyway.
I
So
didn't do glue when I was putting on the hair that I grew myself this morning, but I used a similar freezing spray, and that's how my wig stays.
your hair,
It's my
Nikki.
hair. Sorry, I'm
And this
so
is
sorry.
why Nikki wakes up at 4 in the morning and we wake up at 5:30. Anyway, so now you know us.
Supposedly.
Hopefully, unfortunately we're probably never going to get to know you any better. But
I mean,
I mean, just engage with us.
send
in
us
the comments.
DMs. You know, DMs are.
You know,
really
no, my
good
DMs are
place.
never open. Please, I love
DMs.
you. Peace and
DMs.
love.
my DM's are open.
The light of Clarence. Anyway,
Buena.
I mean, my DM's open for you to chat to me as a friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, you can chat to me as a friend. I'm always I like making new friends, but when a woman says her DMs are open,
The floodgates.
that's
just,
a whole episode. We can do a whole episode on
Yeah,
that.
look, we're going to have a lot of interesting episodes coming up. I'm actually really excited because we have a lot of things to say, a lot of topics. You know, the episodes coming up are going to be a lot more structured. This was just more to
Yes.
kind of get to know each other a little bit better so you know who you're dealing with here.
To yippa.
Yeah,
Like Shanice, and we won't shut it place.
exactly. So make sure you carry on with us on this journey. As I said, we're going to have some great people joining us throughout. You know, we're going to have some interesting things to chat about, and hopefully we'll just get to know each other a little bit better.
let's
Isn't that
get
fun?
Tyler.
Tyler, the best I can do is my friend Tyler, who is a teacher.
I can get. We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
It's
We'll
all
talk
coming
about
up. So I guess that's it.
You see me, we see. No.
You
Nope.
you see me. When you see me, you see them. When you see them, you see me. It's
No.
a period.
No.
I don't have to end this now.
UCT
Usually I would just
Radio.
say like,
You see me.
that's it for today.
That's it for today. We love you.
See you tomorrow.
We'll see you on Monday.
well, we can't see you
Well,
tomorrow.
you will hear from us on Monday. We love you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.
We'll find it. Yeah.
One day, well, it's a work in progress. But
A working progress. What? Working.
okay, cut the camera. Cut the camera.
Camera's dead ass.